And part of why the stock market went berserk was they just got it totally wrong. And the back of the envelope math that I did and that a couple of my friends did, and I would say they're much smarter than I am, they got to 750. I got to 750 as well. Howard Lutnick, who's a commerce secretary, said like anywhere approaching 750, we have a line of sight to be able to cut income taxes to zero for anybody making 150 or less. I mean, so we're in the magic zone here, guys. So here's what I mean?
Chamath Palihapitiya reveals that $750 billion is the new critical figure for financial transformation. Previously, Wall Street focused on $250 billion, which amplified Bitcoin's volatility. Now, Palihapitiya asserts that this larger target could stabilize markets, encourage policy reform, and reshape America's economic strategy, including ambitious ideas like eliminating income taxes for millions. This market-shifting insight could be the key to calming the chaos in the crypto world. Watch this next clip where Chamath reveals how Bitcoin will reshape crypto and kill income tax. Also, if you enjoy listening to crypto-related content, please show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel by following the link in my bio, and get access to my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox. Each newsletter contains on-chain data, forecasts and expert predictions. All of this is available free of charge. It only takes a moment to sign up and you can always change your mind later. Now back over to Chamath Palihapitiya.
So here's the thing. America owes people a lot of money, okay? We owe, oh my gosh, I want to say maybe $35 trillion to other people. Now, it's important to understand who are those other people and why did that happen?
Yeah.
So let's just say the five of us are running America. We all go off into our own separate rooms and, we come back with a plan. And Andrew, you're like, I want to spend $1 billion on defense. And then, Mark says, I want to spend $1 billion on healthcare. And I say, I want to spend, $2 billion on Social Security or whatever. And we tally it all up, right? And we're like, okay, to run America is going to cost $10 billion. How are we going to get that money? The answer is we're going to go to all the individuals in the United States to pay for it. By the way, just so you guys know, before 1913, okay, we had 120 odd years where all of that money, that $10 billion, whatever that number was at the time, it was all generated via tariffs. Okay, it was outside folks paying in to have the right to be in the United States. Then we would take that money and we would pay for healthcare, we would pay for Social Security, we would pay for military, we did all that stuff. Okay, so anyways, fine. So here we are. But you add up all the amount of taxes we raise, and it only is $8 billion. So what do? You go and you borrow from somebody who's willing to lend you $2 billion, right? So
just to clarify, like that borrowing doesn't necessarily mean a bank. People can buy bonds. They can buy these treasury bonds. And isn't that a similar thing?
So what happens is, okay, we're like, okay, shit, we need to come up with $2 billion. Where do we get it? So what happens is the United States Treasury is allowed by law to then go into the market. Okay, I'll explain what that means in a second. And sell an IOU. Mm-hmm. Hey, this IOU is backed by the United States government. Full faith and fidelity of all of the assets that we own. Give me $2 billion. I'm going to take it. I'm going to fund this deficit, and I'm going to spend my $10 billion this year. We've been doing that basically forever. Add it all up now, we're at 30 some odd trillion dollars, okay? Now, what is the problem with that? Well, that is a colossal interest rate payment. Imagine that you take out now a credit card every year, max it out. At some point, you're going to have enormous interest payment, right? And that is dictated by the interest rate that is tied to the credit card that you have. It's the exact same thing for the United States government. We have 30 some odd trillion of debt, and we have a really high APR.
Yeah, the APR is what right now?
Well, I think the blended is, I want to say like 5-6%, let's say. So, you're talking trillions of dollars in interest, okay? Which is a problem. So on top of that, these credit cards, assuming you have this credit card, it expires and you got to go and apply for a new one. Mm-hmm. That's what every year. So right now in this year, America has $6 trillion of credit that is expiring that we don't have the money to pay for. So what do we need to do? We need to reborrow that money.
So issue more bonds.
So we have to sell bonds. So who are the buyers? The buyers are all these people around the world, central banks, pension plans.
Also us.
Yeah.
So yes, but asterisks. The thing that America, again, I go back to, like, we are the star of the show. Okay? Everybody is levered to the United States. Everybody. What does that mean? If you go to Japan is way deeper in debt than we are. They have 2 times as much debt as we do relative to our GDP, relative to the amount of revenue that we make. And you would say, well, how's that possible? When Japan finances their debt, the overwhelming majority of the people that are supporting Japan are the Japanese companies, Japanese pension funds, Japanese individuals, your mom, your dad, buying the Japanese bonds. In America, it's not that. It's about 1/3 are Americans, but 2/3 are everywhere. Okay, it's like the Saudi Aramco, it's Shell, it's Novartis, it's the
China.
Central Bank of Lesotho, it's China. China owns almost $1 trillion of our debt. So the whole point is, if you can bring the cost of borrowing down, we save ourselves a lot of money. We make the headache much smaller. Now, here's a huge problem that happened at the end of Biden.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to access my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox.